viewers, welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet and today's live drive. Yes, we are just about ready to roll. It's starting to get a little daylight savings time, so I'm a little later running this morning waiting for daylight. It's warm in here because I've been cooking my breakfast. I just finished my pre-trip. I still have to log it though. I haven't set my DVIR. So who's all here? It's raining this morning. Raining. Lisa, good morning. How are you? I'm very happy to be getting ready to go. Eating my bacon. I've also got a couple of little chuck eye steaks that I cooked this morning. Good. What's the weather like where you're at? Because it's raining here. I'm in Williams, California, at the truck parking area of the McDonald's. Getting ready to roll. Got to get on the road. Got to try to make at least Woodburn tonight. Woodburn, Oregon. I'm just happy. I'm happy that I didn't have to take off in the dark. A heat wave, really? How hot was it? I like turning on my mirror heaters when it's raining. Kind of gets the raindrops to evaporate off of the glass. That's right, you're in Melbourne. I remember. I don't know Celsius, but seems like 39 degrees is pretty hot. This is a nice little spot here in Williams. Rockin' Amma Creations, sunny now in North Georgia and about 34. That's right. You are in the southern hemisphere in Melbourne. Now, North Georgia. That's pretty dang warm, Lisa. That's hot. Thank you for converting that for me. North Georgia. Now when I was driving for May, well, I didn't really get to Georgia with May. It was night transportation. I would drive through Georgia. Seems like I picked up over in Savannah once. But I came down, I would come down out of, Chattahoochee? Anyway, I'd come down I believe it was the 75. Good. Thank you for converting that. Being in the truck, I've got you guys all situated. You're all kind of secured in, and I don't want to mess with the screen. Yes, good morning, Rockin'. I remember one time, Chattanooga. Yes, that's, yes, Chattanooga. I'm thinking of Chattahoochee. I was thinking of an Alan Jackson song. Yes, I would come down through there and go down through Georgia into Florida, and I'd get down there by, I think it was Lakewood, Lake something, down there in Florida. And I remember off the 75, just before you cross the Georgia-Florida line, there was a Flying J or a Pilot truck stop there, and I pulled in, and there was this little trail that went along the side of the parking lot, little pond over there. And of course I was taking Dooley for a walk, and Dooley was walking about 10 feet out in front of me, and all of a sudden next to that pond, this 6-foot gator just went shooting backwards into the water. I about stopped breathing because that gator could have shot forward and took Dooley. And I'm like, Dooley, come on. And I went and put him in the truck. And then when I went back over to the pond, I stood way back and took a couple pictures. And that gator picked up his head and looked at me. I'm like, okay, I'm out. Oh my goodness, he was so close to being gone. That gator would have took him so fast. That gator was fast. Oh, and it's the first time I'd ever seen a gator. Oh, it still gets my heart pumping just thinking what could have happened to Dooley. I paid more attention when I was south. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, good morning. So in the description box is all the information. Oh, I tell you what, Lisa, my baby. I mean, Dooley was my baby, that's for sure. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, good morning. So everybody coming in, you know, be sure to check the information in the description box. I'm still trying to fill group 2 for the spring square swap. Group 1 is filled, and I emailed all of them their addresses. About 12 days ago. But I'd like to get group 2 done. And the squares need to be blocked out. You can make it out of any fiber you want except for animal fibers, because we do have people with allergies. You can use whatever size yarn you want. Just make the square, make it just short of 10 inches square, and then block it out to 10 inches. They need to be blocked out to 10 inches square and mailed flat. Yeah. Yes. Please do not use your mail, sir. Yeah, you must walk into the post office to do it, because we had problems with people doing that. And then the ornaments, when we did the ornament swap, the ornament showed up, ask Carrie, with postage due. So you do need to go to the post office to mail these. It is raining here, Jill. Yes, Williams, California. It is raining. Let me do my DVIR and then we will hit the road. We are ready to roll. Yes, please mail. Do not have your mail picked up at your house, because there was problems with that, with postage due when we did the ornament swap. So please take it to the post office and mail them out from there. Now, they need to not be folded over. Yes. And at the bottom of the description box are a couple of links to Amazon for some great options for mailing envelopes that are big enough to put your 10-inch squares in. Good night, Lisa. I know it's late there. She's in Melbourne, you guys. Australia. So rockin', it would be great if you joined our square swap. Where are you at? You're in Georgia. So yeah, it would be fun. And then what we're going to make is a friendship Afghan. Put the squares together. It'll be big enough to be a throw. And you just fudge it on trying to match stitches, putting it together. I'll be doing a video of putting together my squares. And it'll just be your friendship Afghan, your spring friendship Afghan from everybody else here on YouTube. And people have, I kind of gave a deadline of March 31st to get in one of the groups. There'll be 12 people in a group, so you have to crochet 12 squares, and then you mail out one to each of the other members of your group. You keep one, and then you get 11 back. You get one back from each of the other members of your group, and then put your squares together. Now, if somebody flakes, occasionally we get flakes, we have one angel who is willing to do one or two extra squares, but I think what I'm going to do, in my case, if somebody in group 1 doesn't send a square, then I will just make another square. It can be a Grady square, it can be like this Victorian square that I made. Robin's doing this mitered square. It's really pretty. All the things. Okay, so we got pre-trips done. And it's time to hit the road, you guys. Has everybody got your seatbelts on? Seatbelts and water wings today, people. Where's my seatbelt? I gotta find it. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. I got it kind of stuck. There we go. There we go. Okay, everybody got their seatbelts on? Let's roll. I'm going to turn you guys around. Here we go. Here we go. See, I like waking up looking at grain elevators. That makes me think of home. I like grain elevators and windmills and broken down old tractors. Okay, we ready? We're ready? Okay, tug test first. Good tug test. Now I'm just going to wait and see if the trailer rolls freely. As soon as that air gets to the... I need some of that big fat sidewalk chalk. I need to pick some up next time I'm at a Walmart or something so I can mark those tires. And I can take a little look back there to make sure they're rolling freely. I don't want to brake dragging. There was a post on Facebook a couple weeks ago. A guy came out of the Denver area and was going up the Rockies. He was going up I-70 and he caught a brake on fire because it was dragging. And you know, a lot of people were in the comments saying, how in the world do you burn up brakes going uphill? Well, it had to have been some kind of, you know, failure where the brakes were dragging. You know, they weren't open fully. Yep, these look like, okay, the ones on the left side are rolling. Make sure the ones on the right side are rolling. It had to have been a dragon brake. And it did it to all the brakes were dragging. So there was an air issue, right? Because air air pressure going to the brakes keeps the brakes open and the wheels free rolling. So there had to have been a lack of air somehow. You can roll up the windows, and because those brakes were dragging and they got red hot, blew the tires, all the things. Oh, I like it out here. Even if it is California, it's a nice little spot to spend the night. It's so quiet. Oh.
Turn left at the stop sign.
So yes, we're needing about 10, 11 more people for group 2. Group 1 is full. I mailed everybody their mailing list. And we have at least one person, if not 2, I'll have to look again, for group 2. And I don't want to leave them hanging.
In 1/4 mile, turn left on I-5 north.
Yes, ma'am. It's raining. It's raining, but it's daylight. Last couple mornings I had to leave before daylight, and that is not easy for me. Hello, Carrie.
Turn left on I-5 north.
Well, are you playing bingo? Good luck in bingo. We're going to have a discussion about etiquette later today, later this morning. Oh, you're not playing? Okay. And we're going to be talking about the square swap. I'm so excited to get my squares, even if I have to make a couple extra. Which, if you say you're going to do something, you do it, right? And I also wanted to talk to all of you about the Yarny Social. Oh, look, there's a Market Express truck. That next truck ahead of me, way up there, Market Express.
Continue on I-5.
So yes, the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social, October 3rd through October 5th, which is a Thursday through Sunday. 3 days of fun and prizes and yarn and crochet. There is no other thing going on in the country that is like the Yarny Social. I have a feeling that some people are going to try to copy us, though. And I was thinking, Carrie, when we do the LLC, we call it PNW Crochet. And then we can have the event called the Yarny Social. I kind of like the name Yarny Social. Okay, get the cruise going. Come on, Walmart. You got it. It's going to be going a little faster for me, not much. I'm going to kick off the cruise. I like it. PNW Crochet. Okay. He even thanked me. Did you guys notice that? Flashed his chicken lights at me. yeah, I'm trying to fill group 2, and I think 2 groups is plenty because this is bigger than the ornament swap. But the ornament swap went really well. And we learned a lot from that. What I learned is don't make something like a mitten that's double, 2 sides. Well, these newer trucks actually have a button that cancels those lights out. So when I press it, those lights go out. I like that idea too, Carrie. It can be hosted by PNW Crochet, right? And we can do that. Of course, we're not ready to do that yet. And I have a feeling somebody's going to steal the name from us. I already had some people in Oregon, in an Oregon crochet group, say, "Hey, wouldn't it be great if we did a Pacific Northwest Yardy Social in Oregon?" And I don't know how I feel about that. And I said, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." Or you could, carpool with all the other Oregonians who are coming over. Hi, Trudy. Yeah, they just turn off their lights. They just turn off their lights. And besides, those women in Oregon have no idea. Thanks for pointing that out in front of everybody, Niles. Yes, the group is where we're updating everyone. Thank you, Perry. Jill, they have to be mailed out by May 1st. And here's the thing, I don't know if you were here and heard this, but people were mailing them using that mail service, having them come to your house to pick up the packages. And some people got postage due when they received those ornaments when we did the ornament swap. So we're saying you need to go to the post office to mail them out. Now, I have linked a couple of different envelopes in the bottom of the description box. Those are Robin's links to her Amazon, and those would work really well. They're an inexpensive option. I think it's cheaper than going to the store and buying those. And the squares need to be blocked out, like, yes, I want to see a picture of the elephant baby blanket. Like mine, I stopped right short. I stopped mine at about 9.5 inches square. Of course, mine is a cotton blend. And I really had to stretch them out to block them to 10 inches. But if you stop just short of 9.5, 9 3/4 inches, like if you were doing an acrylic, you could block them out to 10 inches easy. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, HD. And anybody I missed coming in. Yeah, I still need like 10 people for group 2, and then I'll probably stop asking after group 2, because this, it takes a little longer to do 12 10-inch squares than it does we did back in October, November. That was fun though. Those ornaments, receiving those ornaments in the mail, I still have them hanging up on the cabinets above where I sit. Cool. Cool, Trudy. So yes, you need to crochet 12 squares that are blocked out to 10 inches. Must be blocked out. You can use any fiber except animal fibers because some people have allergies. You can use any size yarn. As long as those squares are blocked out to 10 inches and you mail them flat, you do not mail them folded up. Then you've got it. You mail out 11 of them, you get 11 back, and you put together the Spring Friendship Afghan. I am so looking forward to putting that blanket together. My squares are so flimsy in that cotton blend, and it's such an open stitch work. Yes, I want to see the elephant blanket. The stitch work is so open, it's a 3-way cotton bamboo blend, and I am probably going to have to put, do something to keep them, maybe paper clips on a very thin piece of cardboard to keep them flat while shipping. So yeah, we need about 10 more people for group 2, and then I'll probably close it off after group 2. Okay, Jill. Your elephant blanket is filet? Cool. Filet is easy. I still want to do the Lord's Supper, but that's so huge that I need to do it in, definitely not going to do it while I'm working on the Montana. Now the Montana is up on the upper bunk because I'm trying to get this. Good morning, Ellen. We're just talking about the spring square swap. But the thing I'm trying to get done before my spring squares is the spring yarny YouTube hop project. Trying to work on that every day to get it ready for the first day. It'll go up on a week from today. And it is so pretty, and the yarn I'm using is amazing. And when that video goes up, there will also be a giveaway at the end, just so you guys know. Yeah. So I still need about 10 people to fill this last group, and then we'll have 2 different blankets going. It'll be great. It will be great. I sure love Robin Square. Whoa, here we go. And then Nisi is doing squares, and Ellen is doing squares. How are your squares coming along, Ellen? Ellen's in group 1. 13 squares finished. Wow! Not think about this spam pass. Oh yes, leftover yarn. Absolutely. The squares all need to be the same pattern. I did, Ellen. I sent them on the first, and I sent yours again. Apparently you haven't received it. I will I will do it again. And I will update in the current crochet alongs group that I have sent the first email, and if anybody hasn't received it, I will send it again and see what's going on with that. I sent it like you asked me for it a week or so ago, right? I will email him again. Both my email accounts are acting really weird. I get an email and then it disappears after a week. Like my Outlook email is disappearing after a week. Like it's archiving or deleting or something after a week, and I don't have a setting to change that, but my emails are disappearing. But the junk mail stays in there, in my inbox, and in the junk mail folder. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, let's get some, defrost on the windshield here. It's getting a little foggy. Okay, I will do it again. I've got to do that today. See, Walmart is doing, I think he's doing 60, just like me. Yep. Drop it down to 59. I am not in a hurry today. And it's raining, but the sun's coming up. And I am north of Sacramento. I'm going to try to make it to at least Woodburn, Oregon tonight, which is just north of Salem, off of I-5. Once again, I'm just going on I-5. Let me tell you, I have not recovered from the time change. Have any of you? I am tired. They are all starred. They all have the star on them for important. The ones that I need to hang on to. I did that both in Gmail and in Outlook. Yeah, I've been sleepy. 3 mornings in a row now. Very sleepy. Well, the trash I empty manually. Haha, purge all the leftovers. I am hauling a little bit of hazmat. I believe that it would be best. I don't think I can tell you, but I think it's like medical supplies. But it is a hazmat load. I mean, it's less than. It's medical supplies going from one medical distribution place to another. It's less than 200 pounds of hazmat. The rest of it is non-hazmat medical supplies. It's a very light load, a little over 25,000 pounds. And I'm taking it up to the Portland area. Sacramento National Wildlife Refuge. Next exit. That's a Yarn Bus bucket list location. That and Yosemite and Yellowstone and all the big national parks. I want to take a trip on the Lincoln Highway, which is Highway 30. It starts in Illinois, is that right? Or Indiana? I always forget. It starts somewhere in Illinois or Indiana and it goes out across Wyoming and ends up in San Francisco. The old Lincoln Highway, a lot of history there. And of course, Route 66, I want to do most of that. I don't need to do it into like Southern California because I've pretty much driven all of that, just driving truck. I also want to do sites where all the forts, the old forts and trading posts were, and all the battles and massacres that happened out west. I want to, go along the trail of all of those little wars that happened. I would like to see the Statue of Liberty. I'd like to get in and get out. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I would like to see Vermont and Maine, because I've never been there. I've driven through Maryland on my way somewhere else. That didn't take long. I did that for May Trucking Company. I've been through both Virginias. I don't know who Jackie is. Oh, the fruit garden. Oh, you're on round 7. Very cool. I don't know who Jackie is. Very excited about getting that Spring Square Friendship Afghan put together. Oh, Jaden Stitches. I didn't know that was her name. She does that Cal every year, doesn't she? She does these squares. Remember she did like a one that had like a road going through a farm, and there was a farmhouse, and it was pretty cool. I like Jaden Stitches. Come on around, big truck. I'm not going to slow down for you. I'm doing 59 as it is. Ooh, I'm sleepy. Jada. Oh, Jada. Okay. I thought that was a Jaki. It's tough when I'm driving. I can't concentrate. I mean, I can scan, keep scanning, but I can't really look at the chat very well. So who's winning at rock, paper, scissors? Okay, come on over, Rocket Transport out of British Columbia. I would love to drive truck up into Canada. I just haven't had an opportunity. Okay, let's see, Ellen, if he's going to be nice to you. You win! You win! Oh, that's right. I saw you come in and do it. Did you win, Jill? Oh, now you must have won before, because he's being mean now. Yeah, I'm having trouble Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning here trying to wake up. Oh, cool. Since we sprang forward. Lost an hour. Still trying to catch up on that. So lately, like since I've been out this time, I've been crocheting either in the morning or on my lunch break or both, trying to get this Spring Yarny YouTube hop thing put together by the Crafty Nomad. Trying to get this project done before Tuesday, a week from today, which is the first day of spring, and that's the day my video goes up for it. So trying to get that done, and then in the evenings, I'm back onto myleague.com, myleague.com, and I belong to a league of their own, one of the leagues on there, and I play on pogo.com, and I haven't done that in 20 years, but I let myself get sucked into that while I was home last week, and oh, you people are such jerks. I mean, seriously. Jerks. Anyway, I used to host, I used to run a league. Oh, okay. Is that a knitting thing? Anyway, years ago, 20-some years ago, I ran a My League on Yahoo Games. And it was a Yahoo Pyramids League. And I gave it up 20-some years ago and forgot all about myleague.com and Casey's Ladder. And Yahoo Games is gone now, but there's pogo.com, which I was on 20-some years ago, and I've kind of gotten hooked on Pogo again. So in the evenings when I get stopped now, the last couple of nights, I have been hopping onto a tournament just quickly to keep myself from, going inactive. And it is so much fun. Those people are so much fun in those leagues. Ugh. And then as soon as I'm done with the game, I put the laptop away and I crawl into bed. And then the alarm goes off at 4, which it did not go off at 4 this morning because apparently my outlet strip got shut off and my phone went dead. You must have won that last time, Jill, because that's what he does when you win and he doesn't want to tell you because he's getting a little rear end hurt. His rear end is getting a little sore. Hi, Karen. Are you on round 2 now of Sock Madness, or are you waiting on round 3? Where are you at? Where are you at? That is so fascinating, you guys. I need to go in all my spare time. I've been meaning to go into Ravelry and make sure I'm a member of the group so that I can watch the Sock Madness group. I'm not moving up. What? What happened, Karen? Is that by choice? Oh, that'd be the first time in a lot, like many years, right? You weren't eliminated. Yeah. My socks weren't approved because I missed 2 rows on the heel. Oh, Karen, I am so sorry. You guys, Karen makes the most amazing socks. She is like the knitted sock guru. I mean, she is an expert on socks. So that just tells you the fact that she was eliminated in the first round, and there's how many rounds, Karen? The level of competition in Sock Madness. This is a worldwide knitted sock competition that goes on every year. And for Karen to be bumped out, I mean, I'll still get the patterns, 7 rounds. So she still gets the patterns. Thank you, Trudy. I'll check those out later. That just tells you the level of competition and the level of these patterns that are a part of this competition every year. I find it so fascinating, and wouldn't it be cool to do something like that in a crochet version? What do you say, Karen, that we create something like that? I mean, that would be quite the undertaking. And it would have to be done a little differently because we don't want to do it exactly like they do. It's got to be well, we don't have to do socks in crochet. Maybe some pretty complicated squares. And we would have to come up with so many, let's say we did 10 rounds. Whatever we did, we'd have to have 10 level 4 slippers or squares or whatever. If we did 10 rounds, maybe we only do 5 rounds. But, whatever we do, every year we have to have designers who would contribute these squares. You would know better how it works. Slippers would be great. I like the idea of squares for, that you end up making a blanket. But yeah, some pretty intricate slippers. We could get sponsored prizes for the winner from some of these yarn companies. What a deal that would be, Karen. It would be a worldwide competition. I liked it. I like the idea, but I don't think we're going to do it this year or next year, but maybe the year after. We could get a little team of us together to do that. In all your spare time. And all my spare time. We'd have to have a pretty good little team. All level 4 crochet. Oh, cool. Yes. Send me a picture of that. And I'll post that in the community tab. Bacon and steak for breakfast. Guys, I think that would be lovely. One thing I was going to talk about today, you guys, is, and nobody's really done this to me, But there's an etiquette about, you know, coming into someone else's life. There's something called hijacking. Now, just because I had a conversation with Karen about, you know, what she's doing, and people post what, you know, they're currently involved in, that's not hijacking. There are a couple of different examples that come to mind. That really doesn't happen that often in my life, because you guys are great. One of them has never happened. And that is somebody jumped into, I have heard this story, but it's a good example of hijacking. Coming into somebody's live, and it's like running into a room where someone's giving a presentation and screaming, "Hey, there's a better class across the hall. Who's all coming?" And in the YouTube live example, they come in and start telling everybody in the chat, "Hey, so-and-so is live. Let's all go." When someone else is live. That is one example of hijacking. And like I said, nobody here has ever done that to me. The line has been towed before, but nobody here has ever done that to me while I've been live. I know someone who said, "Isn't that rude?" That is just over the top rude. That'd be like me coming into Karen's stream and saying, "Hey, I'm streaming, everybody. Come on over and watch my stream." I would never do that. Now, going live while someone else is live, YouTube is monstrous. There's enough viewers for everybody. And Twitch, same way. If you decided to stream while someone you know is streaming, that's fine. But you don't go try to hijack all of their viewers. Steph, I'll read that when I can. Another thing, coming in and announcing to all the chatters, you know, my husband's third cousin on his father's side just died. If asked, you know, what are you dealing with, that's different. But when they just jump into a chat and then they hijack the conversation, isn't that amazing, Ellen, that people were not taught these kinds of little etiquettes and nuances, you know, just as common sense? It amazes me. Now, I have had people come in and hijack my lives. In many different ways, by just sucking all the air out of the room and doing that. That's not cool too. You give permission, or you ease into it. If there's some, and I have done it. Let me tell you guys, I did this the first time. The first year, it was in 2020. I'm still learning the etiquette. And that's why I'm talking about it with you guys, is because I am still learning all the etiquette today. But in 2020, I was still learning. And I would run into Granny D's live and tell everybody about the Christmas in July fairies. Just completely hijack her chat. Because I was excited and I didn't think first. I did not think first. Now, like I said, none of you here today have done that. None of you. And none of you have come in and started telling everybody, "Hey, so-and-so's live." I mean, come on. You know, none of you have ever done that to me. Oh, I have, Karen. I have done it. I did that to Granny D. Oh my goodness. And I think I went around to a couple of different lives because I wanted to shout it from the rooftops about the Christmas in July fairies, because the first couple of years were really exciting. We're not doing that. Is no longer a thing. Christmas in July fairies had its time. It has overrun its course. It's done. So, but those first couple years were so exciting. So exciting. And I was just over the top excited and didn't think about what I was doing. And I go into these lives and basically I didn't realize that what I was trying to do was hijack that chat. And yeah, it's like jumping into a chat and just shouting to everybody, guess what my dog just did, when we're right in the middle of kind of an intimate conversation, you know. Yeah, I've done it. I did that. Apologies to Granny D and whoever else I went on lives with that did that. That was not a grown-up way to do that. Oh my goodness, no. If I'm close to the beginning of a live, I will go back and yeah, kind of catch up, kind of see where everybody's at. You don't just run into a room and yell at everybody to pay attention to you when someone's talking. I have no idea. Haven't been to any of her lives recently. Does anybody here know how Granny D is doing? I'm sure somebody in here has been to her most recent lives. I saw a picture of her. She was all done up, very much done up. That was within the last couple days, I think. I don't know. I haven't been over there. I think it's good for us to get caught up. And she had at least one surgery. Yeah, we're busy, Karen. We've got our own things going on. And it's hard to catch up with our friends, right? You know, Robin goes live on Sundays and I don't. I don't do anything on Sundays, so I miss all of that. And she started doing kind of some pop-up lives, and you know, she'll come and tell me and say, hey, you want to be on with me? I'm like, okay. But most of the time I just completely miss it because I'm busy. I'm driving truck, I'm doing other videos, doing my own videos, working on crochet. When I'm home, I'm working horses, chopping wood, you know, doing things for mom. I'm going to 50 million crochet meetups. I met, you guys, speaking of meetups. So my first one was it on Tuesday? Tuesday or Wednesday. I met up with Mara from Mindfully Crocheted, and we went to Red Robin's, and we had such a lovely, lovely time. Oh, I'm way more behind that. Speaking of meetings, I have a weaving meeting tonight. Cool! Are you part of a guild, Karen? Because Carrie was talking about being part of a Weavers Guild there in the Treasure Valley in Idaho, and you're part of a group. Oh, Carrie, it was wonderful. I am in a meeting guild. It's okay, cool. Yes. Yeah, Carrie was talking about being part of a guild. The only guild I've been a part of, well, I was part of CGOA, but, you know, we don't have a local chapter. I was part of a online chapter, and that went absolutely nowhere. Yes, I belong to the Boise Handweavers Guild. There you go. Yeah. But the guild that I was active in Colorado Springs was the Embroidery Guild. And I was such a novice. I was taking every class I could and getting involved in every swap that I could. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I absolutely lost interest in CGOA. And I don't have time to go to local meetings anyway. But while I was home last week, I met up with Mara, Mindfully Crocheted. And then I went to lunch the Saturday before with 3 other crocheters from the Gresham, Oregon group. They are lovely. That was so much fun. We had so much fun. Okay, and then Tuesday or Wednesday with Mara, and then Thursday night, a bunch of crocheters got together at the food court in Fairview Food Court, and it was indoors, and there are food trucks all around it, you know, and then all the tables are indoors. There's a bar inside too, but of course I didn't frequent the bar, but we all sat at these tables and crocheted and had such a good time. And then on Saturday, which was my last day at home, I went to the same place for the Gresham area crochet meetup group at 11 a.m. That lasted several hours, but I stayed till 2, and then I had to get back and get moved onto the truck, clean the motor home, get everything buttoned up, and then I spent the night in the truck, in Mom's driveway. And Sunday morning early, I headed out to go pick up a load. It was nice being home for a week. Now I'm out for a month or 2. So I had a lot of meetups while I was home. That was fun. That was so much fun. But I didn't, you know, I always have so many people I want to meet up with when I'm home. I didn't get to meet up with my friend, my childhood friend, Pollyanna. She's my best friend there in Oregon, in the Northwest. She is, yeah, we grew up together riding horses and competing in the local barrel racing jackpots and playing with our Breyer horses. Has been fun and such a great learning experience. Good, yes. That embroidery guild I was involved with, I learned so much during the short time I was able to participate. I learned a lot. Rain is more of a mist now. I really enjoyed that embroidery guild. Oh my goodness. And then I had, you know, other things go on in my life and I couldn't renew. But, oh, that was fun. If I ever get retired, I might do a local crochet guild. How do you find a guild? I never hear about them in my area. I don't know. I would think just okay, bye Jill. Goodbye Jill, have a good day. I just started doing searches for guilds in my area. It was all Google searches. Oh, well, it was sunny and beautiful here yesterday. I was running around in a short sleeve t-shirt and jeans. It was sure nice, and now the rains are in again. It's spring, you guys. There's a reason why these pastures on each side of I-5 are green right now. They won't be green for much longer, but yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Go to whatever meetups are in your area and you can learn what guilds there are. I think it would be cool to start a guild in my retirement. A local guild, not, you know, not a nationwide guild. A local yarn store. There's a good place to start. Thank you, Steph. That is an excellent place to start. And if you want to learn about fiber art events, there are, I can think of 2 websites that list fiber art events that have been listed to their website, you know, that people have, you know, set their event into, that we will be putting the Yarny Social on. I need to do that soon. I found the weavers at a fiber festival. Ooh. See, that's great too. Any local craft fairs. Oh, wow. There you go. See? That's the way to find people. That is an excellent way, because then you're actually face-to-face interacting with people. But yeah, in my retirement, I would like to do a local area crochet guild and have, you know, the kind of education and interaction that we had in that other guild I was in. That CGOA I just didn't find engaging at all. Of course, I never went to their annual conference, and now they don't have them anymore, and those were huge anyway. Carrie and I have discussed, you know, the Yarny Social. How big do we want this to get? And, you know, we're still kind of up in the air. We're still very intimate at capping it at 40 people this year. Was it more engaging? I must have missed its heyday. See, and we should, you know, that brings up a good point. Oh, she drives an hour and 45. Oh my goodness. Hi, Barbara. Huge. We want it to be huge. Okay. Well, I guess at some point we're moving to the riverside, aren't we? I think we have at least another year of being this size, or a little, yeah, nothing local. Yeah, no, Carrie, maybe you're right. Maybe we do want it to be huge. I am excited. It does get me excited to think about. Or you could start something, Ellen. Oh my goodness, you could start something. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm trying to remember what the capacity was for the Riverside. We never really discussed it because, well, we were going with the one that we have now, with the La Quinta. But, you know, at some point, I think Riverside, from what I can tell, is our next step. And that one, you know, we're going to have over 100 people and many more vendors and breakout sessions, breakout workshops, rather than the way we do it now, where everybody sits there in the room while one workshop is going on, you know, and everybody gets a copy of the pattern, and whether they want to do it or not. I think I'm going to pass this guy. You can only go 59 miles an hour. I don't want to do 57 behind UPS. So I'm going to come on around him slowly. The four-wheeler behind me doesn't like how slowly I'm passing, but oh well. I'm not going to get a ticket for them. And then up here I will end the live when we are going into the way station. I mean, we've been over an hour anyway. I'd love to start something here for spinners and weavers. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, they have a few different rooms for a whole... Oh, maybe in 2 years. Let's see how it goes next year, because I'm thinking we might bump it up to 45 or 50 next year where we're at, after we see how well the 40 tickets goes this year, 40 people in the room. If it's not too crowded, maybe we can add another 5 or 10. You're gonna do the cruise though? Yeah, I'm gonna do both. The cruise is not something that I have to organize. The cruise is nothing more than a cruise that a bunch of friends are all booking together. There's nothing special. There's one workshop planned. I think Robin's planning on doing a little workshop, which is great. She's used to teaching a class. Our gal, Diane, who's doing the Pamper Your Hands crochet workshop at the Yarny Social this year, was going to do a workshop on the cruise. It looks like, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, I forgot to talk to her about it. Because she's got a weight limit, because she's going to fly into Seattle. No, that wasn't the plan, Karen. I meant to mention that to you because I heard you saying, oh, well, we're not doing it next year. And I'm like, aren't we? The cruise is in April of next year. It is the 12th through the 19th, and it goes out of Seattle. It's an Alaskan cruise, a 7-day Alaskan cruise that begins and ends in Seattle. If you want, Karen, I'll send you the information I have on it. It's not like a Mikey, you know, boat that's been by, you know, the crochet crowd. You know, it's not. It's a bunch of us crocheters, knitters, and even Charlie and Jean from Christmas on Crestline said that they are coming. Which I'm afraid to get excited about because there's so much, you know, time between now and then. Yes, well, it's an Alaskan coat. It's the first cruise of the season. Yes, you will have to bring a coat, some gloves. Yes, your Carhartts, whatever. It's not, according to Robin, it's not as formal a cruise. People are in jeans and heavy coats and that kind of thing, and we should be able to see the inner passage. That's the whole reason I want an Alaskan cruise, is to see the inner passage. And, you know, where other cruises, it's like there's kind of formal wear going to dinner, not this cruise. I ain't a formal person. I'll wear my best pair of boots and clean jeans. Unstained, clean jeans. And I might pack a pair of Carhartt coveralls to be able to go stand out on deck. I may not need to. I mean, I could go out on deck for a while and take a look at what I'm looking at and then run inside and go back to my coffee lounge. I booked a solo room, and I told her to put it as close to the coffee lounge as Coolio. Well, that'll be great. I'm glad. Good to keep. Yeah. Consistency, exactly. And I've started to think we're not going to change the name. What do you think, Karen? Do you agree? Like, if we go LLC, the LLC could be called PNW Crochet, if that's what you think, or you have a better idea. And then the event would be called the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social. And we could still just put a tagline, a crochet event. Okay. Because we were, Karen, thinking of changing it to the Pacific Northwest Crochet Social. Because every time I say Pacific Northwest Yarny Social, there has to be an explanation that it's a crochet event. It's not knitting, it's not anything else that has to do with yarn. It's crochet. And we have a knitter friend who thinks, yes, you should change it to the Crochet Social, but it doesn't have the same ring to it, and I don't feel like it invokes the energy that we're talking about, the feeling that we're talking about, where it is a social event. It is getting to know other crocheters with a lot of prizes, a couple of workshops, and a field trip or two, right? Where everybody's, you know, going home with more than they came with, and we have 4 vendors. We'll have 4 vendors in the room all 3 days. One a yarn dyer, and you know, we'll decide on who the yarn dyer is. We had a pretty good one last year. Yeah, see, Carrie, that's what I'm hearing from Robin, is that there's kind of a more formal element to most cruises, where this one is less formal. You don't have to change your clothes to go to dinner. I don't think it's black tie and pearls, but from what I was hearing from Robin, it is going to be so much fun, Karen. We are so excited. We know, this is all I can say, we know that there's some content creators on YouTube discussing whether or not they will go. I don't know that they would fly that far. I don't know that that would actually happen. But, you know, it's always a possibility. You could see some familiar faces in the room. I wish you could come. Maybe next year, Karen. Of course, it might be right in the middle of your hunting season, too. Hubby, and you can't just eat in your casual wear. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Karen, I would love to see you there. Well, and Karen, the first weekend in October, aren't you hunting, or at least getting ready to go hunting? I mean, that's a big part of your year. It's hunting season. Well, in Oregon, bow season is over by then, but general deer season, general rifle season. Oh, okay. Yeah, in October, like the first week and a half of October is rifle season for deer. Yeah, I don't play either stuff. And the first couple of weeks of October are always so warm. It's 80, 90 degrees during the day. Doesn't make for good hunting. And then after that, at least back when I was hunting, is black powder season. Where black powder season used to be before, well, I think it was still that same last half of October, but it was in a different unit than where general season was. So the deer weren't all spooked out. I mean, the deer were spooking when they changed black powder season to the very next week after general season. Those deer were spooking at 400 yards. And they moved us to an area where there were a lot of migrant workers who were poaching deer all year long. So, black powder season was a hunt, let me tell you, to get any. I love shooting black powder. I competed with black powder growing up, and I miss that. maybe someday when I'm retired. If I get retired. So many things I want to do in retirement, you guys. Traveling, crocheting. I want to build a place, not a big place, but the house that's in my head. Timber frame craftsman, done in a 1920s style interior. Archery. Oh! Wow! Much different seasons there. Wow! Way different. Yeah, not a huge house, but a timber frame craftsman done in a 1920s interior on maybe 1,000 acres of land. And I will lease the pastures out to the ranchers for their cow-calf pairs. Then I can sit on the porch and crochet and look at the cows. That's my idea of heaven right there. And once or twice a week, I'll make a trip into town to go crochet with the ladies, go shopping, do whatever I need to do, run my errands, and then head back out to crochet and watch the cows. And the area that I want to retire in, there's also moose. I could probably do a little moose spotting. Maybe pick up some sheds. It'd be cool if I found some sheds. When they shed their antlers, I believe they're called paddles on a moose, but when they shed those are cool to find. Apparently they're worth some money, but I think it'd just be cool to find some. Because I'm not going to go try to find a whole handful of them. I got to get back to the house. I got crocheting to do. Maybe have a real nice ranch horse or two, something that's super broke, bridle broke, and might even do a little sorting or team petting or something with my ranch ponies. Certainly not going to barrel race again. I just don't have it in me to do that anymore. I might coach some beginners, like a 4-H group. Yeah, I get my fix when I go home because mom's still got Deacon and Sammy, and I put them through their paces in the round pen, and I'm trying to get Mom to get back on Deacon after her knee surgery. She did once, but now her other knee hurts really bad. And they have to go back in on the knee that she already had replaced because apparently there's scar tissue they need to break loose. And I guess it's just a 5-minute procedure. So she's going to get that done, and that should help her a lot with her mobility. But she has to, I mean, she has been very good about her physical therapy. She even went out and bought a used commercial grade exercise bike, you know, something that came out of a gym. And it's really nice. And she spends 15 minutes a day on it, 2 or 3 times a day. So she has done really well. Plus she's hobbling down to the barn twice a day, 2 or 3 times a day to take care of the horses, clean the barn, doing all the things. She's still like, one of the first things she did after she, you know, within about 2 or 3 days of her knee replacement surgery, she was out on her big 0-turn lawnmower mowing the lawn. So she was anxious to get back at her life. And she was elevating and icing. Oh, he had, what kind of complications did he have, Ellen? Because Mom's got to have the other one. Hi, Carrie, welcome in. So what kind of complications, Ellen? Because I know Mom has got to go through her, she's supposed to be getting the other knee done in like July. All is well now though. Brought him home. Okay, good. I'm glad. I know that what Mom said to me about her first knee, what the surgeon told her is that in a very small percentage of people, they develop this pretty bad scar tissue that they have to go back in and they have to break that scar tissue loose. That it takes, the whole procedure takes all of 5 minutes and you're done. And that like takes care of the, you know, that, because she does have a little bit lack of mobility, even though she has worked very, very hard. And she's back to doing pretty much everything she did before. But I like to help her out when I'm home. I'll chop wood. I was splitting wood for her, cleaning the barn, working the horses. You know, a lot of people probably look at that and think, ew, wouldn't you want to just relax when you're home? I never relax when he had fluid around his esophagus. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. So he might have had a reaction to having the tube down his throat during surgery. Okay. No, when I spend a week at home, it is busy. I have crochet meetups. I have lunches. You know, I have people to meet up with. I've got stuff that I want to get done for Mom, like making sure she's got enough kindling and the firewood split enough to fit into the wood stove. The garbage is taken out. She does the lawn because, like I said, she's got that nice lawn mower. So she's pretty self-sufficient. Let me tell you guys, during those fires that were, I'm sorry, that they were intentionally set back in 2020. So Mom was on evacuation and she had to take the horses up to Scappoose, and she got a hotel room in Scappoose. But then all the news of the looting that was going on in Clackamas County, she loaded up her horses and her 38, and she went back and sat on the porch. She waited for those SOBs. She said, I'm just waiting for those SOBs to show up. Of course, we do have, you know, everything's under camera surveillance at the house now, so yeah. Nobody's going to mess with my mom and my Aunt Marca. I'm just telling you, go ahead, try it. It was gone just as fast. Oh, okay. Good. Three days. Right, that's what Mom was doing. That's what I say. Try it. Yeah, bring it. Mess with those ladies, because nobody's ever alone there on the property. We got enough people living there now that, and they're all packing. So, yeah, bring it. Make my friggin' day. So we're coming into, we're not too far from the way station, which when I hit that first, when I get within 5 miles of the way station, I'm going to start, you know, shutting it down here, saying goodbye, wishing y'all a great day. We're not quite there yet. We're in, I think we're coming into Red Bluff. Yes, Ellen. Now, does he have plans to do the other one, or was he just troubled by the one knee? Because Mom's going to have the other one done. I doubt she does it when they want to do it. She'll probably put it off until winter when I'm there to help more. Yep, we're in Red Bluff. No cup party, sorry. Oh, look at Niles taking all the credit. He's just nuts, you guys. He'll take all the credit. Oh, okay. How did he do on the first one? Boy, the river is swollen. It is up over the banks. Wow. Yep. The river's flooded. Not sure. I think that's the Sacramento. Pretty sure that's the Sacramento because it winds down out of the Siskiyous and heads towards Sacramento. So anyway, the spring square swap, you guys, I'm looking to fill group 2, and all the information is in the description box. So we're looking for about 10 more to fill that last group, and then we will put together our squares sometime in May, and I think in May or at the end of May or maybe sometime in June I'll show how I put the squares together. I have a way that I like to do it, and not everybody's going to do it that way. There are 50 million different ways to put squares together, and they're all easy. Even when the squares all have different stitch counts, it's fine. It is fine. I just got a notification. Another one of our great YouTubers, Christine, is crocheting. She just joined our Discord because she's going to be testing the Noah scarf. Amazing how straight his knees are now. He was a 5'5" basketball player, and oh yeah. Oh, and what kind of join method do you use, Karen? Are they knitted or are they crocheted? Or some other form of fiber art? Mostly crochet, some knit. See you guys? They don't have to match up perfectly in stitch count. You know, we can fudge it. I mean, we call it fudging it, but it's really not. It's how to make those squares work together, and there are several ways. I know what way I'm going to use. Christine, we were just talking about you. Well, commercially made crochet blanket, you know, it has to have been handmade because you cannot create a crochet machine, right? Christine's here. Hello, hello. Just try it. Okay, where am I? In the Noah scarf, what I would like is a neutral color. Like I used a very light cream, almost a stark white, as the neutral color. And then 3 other colors that, like I used blue, burgundy, and purple. And I did that in the same order all the way. Blue, burgundy, purple, blue, burgundy, purple. Now you don't have to use blue, burgundy, and purple, but 3 colors that look good together. And a neutral. I mean, you can use a taupe or a black or, you know, something neutral, a gray. And then the 3 colors that contrast that neutral color but go good together in 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And number your colors 1, 2, and 3. And yes, Christine, you go for it. Your colors. Is it the one that they used a latch hook? Are you asking me a question? I think I missed something. I think I missed something because I'm driving. Yeah, Christine, you are welcome to use any 3 colors. Just, you know, use your best judgment. A neutral, and then, you know, 3 colors that will show up well against that neutral for the 2 single crochet rows and the border. I used white or an off-white or a cream or something along those lines. Ooh, a latch hook. Now that I'm interested in throwing into my watch later list. I don't think, you know, I'm pretty sure I got a latch hook somewhere in my pile of junk, but I don't think I would probably use it unless, you know, it was super fantastical. But I am very interested in seeing how that's done. I think that's knowledge. Okay, well, I am accepting tester applications through Friday night, so yes, please. And if you want a peek of the, you know, the pattern in its raw form right now, just to decide, I mean, I could do that. Email me and I could do that. The thing is, I have enough testers so that if anybody says, oh, wait, I don't have time to do all of that process, because it's all about the process, not necessarily the pattern, the Bible study process. And if you feel like you cannot fit that in and get the whole thing, you know, the yarn ordered, go through the whole process by April 13th, then you just tell me, hey, I got to back out. But you'll still have a copy of the pattern, which is fine. Right, and Karen, and honestly, I don't think the pattern itself needs to be tested. It's all about the reading and the process. And that's why I have even I knew that you were going to be busy. And because you do Bible study, I'm pretty sure that you're pretty deep into your own Bible study. But I did email a handful of YouTubers who are Christians who would be interested in Bible study, and gave them a special invitation to come be a tester, because, you know, it's people like you, it's people like Cynthia from Joyful Creations, Andrea, Ola Joe, all of these great Christian women who are on YouTube. I was very interested in getting their feedback too. I would love to get your feedback on it too, but I kind of had a feeling, I mean, you were invited in Discord anyway. It's always an open invitation for you in Discord. I kind of had a feeling you were going to be super busy. Because you are super busy. You are just a busy, busy fiber artist. There's no doubt about it. Christian fiber artist. Okay, you guys, we're going to have to close it out. So, for those who are interested, check my tester call video from yesterday and fill out the Google application. It's really not that big of a deal, and I haven't denied anybody, that's for sure. You can at least join Discord and you'll have access to the pattern before it's published. And you can see any changes that are made during the test before I turn it into a PDF. It's good to see you, Karen. It's good to see all of you. I love that you're all in here. It was good to see Carrie and Ellen and Christine and Jill and everybody who came in. I love having these little conversations with you in the mornings while I'm going down the road. So check out the square swap. All that information is down in the description box. Check out the tester application that's from yesterday's video. It's good to see you, Carrie. Yeah, anybody wants to get involved in that square swap down below, that is, I'm still filling the last group. I still need about 10 people for that. And then I will stop accepting people around March 31st. Nothing's written in stone. You don't need to have the squares mailed out until May 1st. Please mail them in person. Okay, Robin, you're going to have to wait till I'm not live. Yeah, don't use the service. Go in and mail them in person. They have to be blocked out to 10 inches and mailed flat. Okay? Dang, it was good to see all of you. I'm going to let you go now. I love you guys. Bye. Bye, Christine.